there's a giant winding river that's twisting its way around in like circles and in loops and stuff like that before leading out to the ocean that you can still see like in the distance and stuff. It's leading from that lake way far out there. This is the song that is playing way in the distance.
Okay. That cover?
Yeah, that exact cover.
Okay.
So that's playing way off in the distance. You can barely hear it. If you guys want to roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Oh boy, that's prime.
1.
9 and 1. Okay, you have no fucking clue where this music's coming from. You both think you're going insane. Kath does, at least. Kath thinks she's going insane, and Charming's just like, what the fuck?
She's like,
Charming, I'm having a meltdown! Please help me.
yeah.
So this winding river is there. Roll another perception check. Sorry, I almost forgot.
Me specifically?
Yeah. What? How are you guys walking? Side by side?
Sure.
Well, it's up to you. How are you walking?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, then both of you have to roll it.
16.
8.
So then Kath notices first, and she can either like tell Charming about it or just like behind. There's a bunch of gemstones actually in the river. There's like pebbles on the riverbed and stuff like that. It's a really like fresh new. It looks like it's a new stream because there's some grass under it as well that hasn't been washed away yet. It's gorgeously clear. It looks like you could just slurp it all up immediately. There's a bunch of little gemstones in there.
You know that screech I make when I find a fish in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
That's what the sound that Kath makes.
You have to make it now.
So it's either that or it's like, ha ha ha, fish.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of those rainbow gemstones.
Ha ha, rock.
Yeah.
Shaped like D&D dice. All littered in the pebbles. But you guys are going to have to play... Or, sorry, you guys are going to have to roll something of your choosing depending on how you try to get them out to see how many you get. Because you don't... I don't know you guys your characters well enough to say whether or not you would do this or not. But I don't think you're going to spend hours picking out gemstones.
Run and scoop.
Run and scoop. That's going to be dexterity. What's your dexterity?
So, 3.
3? Okay. You run to do that, and you actually jab your fingers into the stones really hard. You get a couple, but it fucking hurts.
Do I take damage for
Yeah,
this?
you take 1 damage. And you guys haven't been able to heal yet.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't tell him about it, so I don't see anything. It's like, where are you going? And then she just
All you do is see her
I see her sprint and shatter her fingers. Okay, why? Catheter, why?
Don't call me that.
Okay, so now it's really just a fucking gremlin.
My hand hurts. Don't call me that.
She's choking on her own spit right
Yeah, she is.
Amazing. Also, her
Dribbling
stomach's
out
probably
into
still
the
bleeding.
water.
When he goes over to see her, he's like, why'd you do that? Oh, fuck! He sees the stones, and he does the exact same thing. Okay.
Okay, how he does the exact same thing? He goes
No. I mean, he'll try to, like, because, I mean, he's not going to immediately try something else. He's not smart. He'll probably try his big pudgy fingers and just be like...
That's adorable. This big, giant, pudgy fingers. So I'm going to say that's, I'm going to say that's wisdom. I'm going to let you do a wisdom. 'Cause you fucking
Wisdom?
Yeah. I don't know, because, yeah.
17.
So you'll pick up rocks instead. 17? Yeah, you get about 10 gemstones.
Okay.
Did I get any?
No, you got, like, 1, and then you dropped it immediately again because your fingers are fucking broken.
Can you share with me?
You could if you wanted.
Maybe.
I'll suck your dick. I meant to do that in a cat voice, just to clarify.
I'll suck your dick, Cameron.
Just to clarify. Suck your dick.
As you grab these gemstones out of the
You always say that. You never do.
You are never patient enough.
You get my hopes and my penis up. I can't take this anymore.
That's on record. As you guys take these gemstones,
Forgot that was happening.
take these gemstones out of the river actually starts to raise a bit. And it
I
starts to
fucking knew it.
It starts to lift up out of the water. It's still a river shape, but it's now rounded.
Yeah.
And a water dragon serpent pulls out of the bed of the river.
Oh my
It's
God. A wild Vaporeon.
it's a large river dragon. It's like a serpent appears before them. He is long. His entire body is the twisting motion of that river. You can't tell where his physical body begins and the river ends, but he's only lifting his front part up to face you guys. You can see that
have any ranged weapons.
You can see that his face is actually made out of the water. It's less clear because he's got his whole face going on, but its whiskers are made out of long reeds, like grass reeds, and its horns are made out of smooth pebbles. And it looks at you two and it looks at the gems in Charming's hands and roll initiative.
I mean, I can put them down. Just me?
10. No, both of you.
Oh, alright, sorry, 11.
Okay.
Aren't the enemies supposed to, like, try and attack first, or, like, show that they have hostile intent before we roll initiative?
The dragon has raised, you guys are
we just saw it, and we're just like, time to die, fucking, like...
it raises its head, and it looks at the both of you, and it kind of, like, starts this deep snarl, like it's pissed off, and it raises one hand, which is made out of water, but its claws, like its horns, are made out of smooth pebbles, and it slams one foot down on one side of Charming,
okay, yeah,
and it lifts itself slightly out of the riverbed, and it stares both of you down.
Gotcha.
Chaos.
Roll initiative!
Okay, I did.
19.
19. Oh, fuck me. Alright.
You go first. Same as always.
Hold on, the dragon needs to roll. So Kath gets to go first. Wait, what are you guys' health at right now?
16.
8.
Go easy on us.
Oh, I know.
You can't have fun battles yet.
No. I know. You said you wanted more battles, so I planned a couple. More than last time.
Okay, I don't have any ranged weapons, so... Where's its hand?
Its clawed hand is like, so close. It was like a warning.
You know what?
What kind of spells do you have?
I don't fucking know right now.
I mean,
I'm just picturing now Charming looking over at Kath super casually like, what kind of spells do you have?
Can this thing get out of the water?
It can't get out of the riverbed entirely, so imagine it's sort of attached to the riverbed. It can't, like if you guys ran away towards the forest, it can't follow you. But
Okay, well cancel. I fucking run.
You just told us the answer.
You guys have to go that way though.
I honestly didn't want to fight this thing anyways, but you made me roll initiative.
It's a giant fucking serpent! You don't have a choice here. You guys gotta go that way.
I'll fight it
run.
Okay, Kath runs.
Okay. Is
Yeet.
it the dragon's turn?
No, it's your turn. Oh. The dragon rolled a 4. So the dragon really wants to fight you guys for taking its gemstones and being weird strangers in its
I
land.
didn't fucking take anything. I broke my hand and I left.
So you're just gonna run back there? You're gonna go chill out with Dick Chainmail?
Bitch empty!
Yeet!
What spells do I have though? Can I,
Maybe you can come back. If you come back to help Charming out, I will put you at the bottom of the order. So I'm gonna actually cross your name out right now.
So...
Because I'm not telling you guys you're like...
completely made out of water, like it doesn't seem solid at all.
Doesn't seem solid at all, but if you, I'm gonna make you roll a perception check. I'm sorry, I know.
That's fine. Would it be investigation? Because that's
Investigation
something that
check.
we already see.
Yeah.
What's my thing? It could be perception if you wanted it to
No,
be.
investigation. Nice try.
Okay.
Nice try, bitch.
Cool, I got 10.
Got 10. You can see that there's a slight shimmer over the water, so that's what's keeping it in.
Okay, that doesn't help me.
Basically, you see that there's a skin over it.
I got nothing for you, babe.
Yeah, because you're in the fucking forest.
Yeah, and also...
You're eating mushrooms and, like, watching this happen.
And
Actually,
also,
right nearby is that forest that you saw with scribbles and clay and paint. So when you put your hand on one of the tree, charcoal comes off on your hands.
I lick my hand.
Nice, it's got antioxidants. Cool.
There's some kind of fuckery going on here. I'm just not smart enough to figure out what it is. Does something cool happen when water and clay mixes?
I normally wouldn't railroad you guys into forcing you to fight him, but he is blocking your only path to the Cave of Desire.
Yeah, I know. So. I'm not trying to run.
Yeah.
I'm
Bitch
just
boy
sort of
over
like
here.
from a ways away. Because I didn't take anything.
Yeah.
And Kath is a bitch. You can hear her like very, very distantly. You can't hear what she's saying, but you can just hear. But what she's yelling is, "I'll suck your dick later to make up for it. I promise."
So they're friends with benefits here.
Benefits that never really happen because
Benefits
he won't
that
stop
she
moving.
keeps fucking
Friends.
promising.
Friends with promises.
Friends with promises.
Okay.
No, friends with disappointment.
Well,
It almost happened, but Julius was very close, and he was like, no, they can't know that I'm, like, taken, you know? I'm not ready for this kind of relationship.
okay.
I don't fucking have anything good.
It doesn't matter, just start. You don't know.
Well, I don't know if my shit even will go through it.
Well, then you gotta fucking try.
Okay. Then I try to hit it with, like, I take the rapier and try to stab it through its hand. That's next to me.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna need you to roll against its armor.
Failure. Yup, never mind.
What'd you get?
3.
3? No.
Yeah, I would have guessed.
Fuck off. You actually don't hit its skin directly. The thin layer of like greenish algae film. You hit between his toes, and it goes into the dirt a little bit. It kind of sticks there. The dragon just looks at you like it's kind of like
it was just a manicure!
No, it kind of looks at you and just kind of clenches its toes together so your rapier is stuck. And then it just kind of leans forward down closer to him and just kind of goes... and I'm going to roll against your armor class to see if it blows him over. I got a 17.
18.
Ah, damn it. So he just blows super hard on him.
Oh, all my clothes fall off.
No, please no.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. I don't know. Is it just my turn again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because I guess Kath's not fucking doing anything.
Yeah, Kath.
Hey, Kath! Kath!
Bitch.
Hey, Kath! Do something!
Does it have a face? Can you describe its face to me again?
It's got like a long muzzle. It's like a traditional Chinese dragon. It's got a long
Yes.
muzzle and it's got pebble horns and long reed whiskers.
Eyes, nose, mouth.
Eyes, nose, mouth. Its eyes are actually clear white pebbles.
Okay.
And it actually, neither of you got a good enough perception. You didn't get a good enough investigation check to see a weak spot or anything.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I run in and I throw my dagger at its face. I'm assuming that's an acrobatics throw.
Mm-hmm.
That would be ranged attack, but I don't know
It
how
would
to
actually,
do that.
it would actually be ranged attack, so you're gonna have to roll against his armor class.
Okay.
How do you do ranged attack?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a... Alright, that's fair.
I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna.
This isn't for other people.
I'm
This
just-
is just for us anyway.
I'm
Doesn't matter.
gonna treat them like normal attacks.
16.
Okay.
16. No, you do not make it.
Okay.
But it does.
What if we do for range attacks, you do d20 roll plus whatever your acrobatics thing or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay, sure.
Also, you're still blessed.
Oh, you're still blessed.
Because that lasts for 24 hours. So you get to add a d4 to whatever you roll.
Yeah, add a d4. Which means it worked.
3.
And so what did you do again?
I threw the dagger at its face.
At its face. It hits it, but how much damage would that do?
5.
Okay, that does 5 damage to the dragon. It hits in between his eyes, and it actually goes in, pierces through the algae, and water starts to seep out of that, and it gets stuck in the water inside of him. And so it floats around in the water a bit, but it stays inside of him, and now water is leaking out from there. It comes back because of that, but it's now leaking.
Okay.
Okay. My dagger is inside this thing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Alright. Well.
Just do some quick math here.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, just try stuff, guys. Just have fun.
Yeah, I know.
Just fucking mess, dude. You came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you are at the bottom of the
What's your total health?
8 is his total.
Your total health is 8?
That's what I have right now.
Oh, poor
But
baby.
my general hit points are 8 out of 12.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you get a little lower, then I'll heal you.
You look at your friend and is like, you're not too bad.
Yeah, you're
Anyway.
good. Your stomach's almost open and you broke all your fingers, but you're fine. Alright, so now you went. So it is now Charming's turn.
Okay, I mean, sorry to not be interesting, because we don't have anything interesting yet.
That's okay.
I don't know, I guess I'll hit it with the Morning Star again and fail this roll.
You're so...
20!
You hit it absolutely with the Morning Star. You hit it right in the arm bone.
The arm bone.
And
one of them.
the spikes on the Morning Star pierce the veil on the algae around it that's keeping it together, and more spots open up where water's coming out, and its form seems to get a little bit smaller.
Okay, I did 6 damage.
He's going to reach forward. The dragon is going to reach forward with his jaws and attempt to bite you.
Yeah.
4.
So he's going to roll.
4!
The 5.
4! He misses.
Fuck. So
Or
you
maybe
go-
he does hit, but I like it, so it doesn't do damage.
Like with Rose, where she was so disgusted by him that she fucking vomited. No, he goes to bite you, but you kind of duck out of the way right away, so he snaps in thin air. Now it is Kath's turn.
I get my dagger out of its forehead.
You get your dagger out of its forehead?
But it's all the way up there.
It's all the way up there. You'd have to make an
Ow.
acrobatics check.
Snapped
You get pretty fucking
down.
high.
The head snapped down.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
When it tried to bite me, the head is like close to the ground.
Oh,
so it
that's
just snapped
true.
down.
Do an acrobatics check. Okay, you jump up onto its snout, and you go with it as he brings his head back up. You can't reach far enough in to get the dagger up, but now you are on top of his head.
Okay.
And that's your turn. Charming.
Yeah, whatever. There's no way to increase my speed or anything. Can I jump in the water and try to swim up it? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going for a swim, I guess. See if this does anything.
You can try.
Can I make him uncomfortable?
Make a
Swim check.
strength check.
18 plus 3.
You jump up onto him, and you kind of put your arms around him. You can't do it fully because he's big, but you don't go into him. You don't.
I'm very big.
You don't go into him. His skin pushes in and everything, but up this close, you can see that it's actually a thin layer of algae covering him, and a few lily pads actually are around on this.
But I have a strong enough grip to stay there.
You have a strong enough grip to stay there, but you're not going into the water. The only
Did that
reason-
take up my whole turn?
Yes, it did, because it was a
Okay.
big jump, a big boy jump. It is going to try thrashing around to throw both of you off of it. So it's going to roll against both of your armor classes, so 2 times. Well, yeah, to like dexterity. I guess it's going to roll.
Would it be a strength contest?
It would be a strength contest, actually.
Okay.
So it's going to be a strength contest against both of you. So, ready? 16.
15.
Okay, so he throws
I
you off a
died.
bit, but you managed to catch yourself back on him again.
Well,
it
no,
was-
because I failed, so I would be thrown off.
Oh, fuck. All right, cool. I'm trying to be nice, man. Yeah, you're thrown off. But you land really close.
But I land so good.
Just so close. So good. Okay, now I'm going to do one against you. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. 16.
19.
All right, you
Plus
stay on.
4, plus strength modifier.
Shit.
You're a god.
You just hold on to him, and then you raise your arms and you go, ah! Just start screaming.
She like lets go of her arms and just her thighs are fucking keeping his whole snout in between her.
He's intimidated. No, you managed to hold on to him. He cannot throw you off, and that was his turn, was trying to thrash you.
Okay. Pardon me. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You forgive me.
Fuck so much shit. Okay, and I am just riding its snout, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
You're like between its eyes.
and there is a puncture wound right here.
Uh-huh.
How much is leaking from it?
It's like
Can I drink that water?
the water moves kind of like Studio Ghibli water, where it moves in big, like almost like syrup,
Viscous.
viscous, so it's like blobbing out.
Okay. It's not tearing in any way, correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I take my glaive and I jam it as far back across its head as I can get my arm, and then I pull.
So like Into the wound that's already there.
No, as far back on the head as I can, and then I pull to where that wound is.
Okay, so glaive is like a sickle where it's got the hook, right?
No,
What's a fucking glaive?
it's a
Big
sword on a spear.
Big spear.
Big spear. Okay.
It's like a sword, but with such a long handle that it might as well be a spear.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to be clear here. So
just enough that you can plunge it,
Yeah.
but it's still got distance.
Are you sticking it into the wound?
No, as far as I can go, and then pulling back to the wound.
Okay. Got it. Roll.
5.
Careful with the sugar, Cam. We know what happened last time.
I don't actually want these.
Okay. You are not able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He actually tosses you around a bit more,
Mm-hmm.
and then you lose your grip on it. What was your roll again?
5.
Yeah, you lose your grip on it, and you almost drop it, so you're barely holding on to it right now. Charming story.
Great.
Is its hand still kind of near me?
It's got both hands up on the riverbed now.
Yeah.
The other hand is still holding onto your rapier.
Yeah. Am I kind of close to it?
You're kind of close to it, yeah, and the other hand is on the other side of him.
Can I just walk over to it and put one of the stones back in its hand? And then just
One
be
of the
like, here,
gemstones?
take it back!
Yes, you can.
Okay, I do that.
Okay, so you walk over to it, put the gemstone back in its hand. It looks down at that, confused, and kind of flips Kath up as if Kath is his hair, like doing a flip like that. And then he looks down at it, and he's like, looks really confused for a second. Then, like, why the fuck did you take it if you're just gonna give it back? Like, it's pissed. It's like, it has the intelligence of a guard dog, so it's like just like confused right now. So I'm actually gonna roll an intelligence check to see what it does. 15. So it looks at that, and then it kind of looks back at Charming, and it kind of nods, and now it's not gonna attack Charming again for the next couple turns, unless Charming attacks it.
Okay.
So then the dragon now is targeting Kath, and it goes for. It tries to shake her off again. Strength contest.
I let go.
You let go. Okay. So you let go, and that's gonna be the dragon's turn because you just let go. So you flop off of it. Actually, roll for me to see where you land.
6, and is that acrobatics?
Yes.
7.
Bless.
Blessed.
+4.
Blush.
11.
Okay. You land just on the edge of the riverbed, and you kind of, almost twist your ankle, but you don't really. It's just like you feel like you did. And so you can pull yourself up out of the empty riverbed back onto the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is your turn.
I do pull myself back up a bit closer. And then I try and make a show that I have no fucking pockets. And my hands are empty, apart from the weapon that I had.
The dragon's just like, they're in her ass, I know it! No, yeah, it sees that you're trying to do that, but it doesn't have very high intelligence. So it doesn't get what you're doing, it just thinks that you're, like, trying to intimidate it.
Okay.
So, now it's pissed at you.
Great.
Cam, your turn.
I want my sword back. Like, I don't even have to do anything with it. I just want it. No, can I, like, put my hand up and be like, we're cool? And try to, like, take it out without hurting it?
Oh yeah, no, the dragon's fine with you taking it now.
Okay, cool, I take
It
it.
actually went like this, so you can take it.
Okay, cool, I take it.
No, you can do more than that.
Fucking, what else is there to do?
I just feel like, because you're standing so close to it, it's just like, yeah, no, okay, cool. Like, that's not your whole turn. Because then he's just going to stand here like this, like in a Roblox position, like...
Well, I put it away. I was like, oh, we're good. I don't fucking know. We're clearly choosing not to hurt it. We're just doing like a pacifist run, aren't we, huh?
Kath is trying, but failing to hurt it.
Are you...
Can you fucking help me?
I am. I'm trying to figure shit out. What's your health at?
Charming
Still
got,
8?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, alright.
Charming got real sleepy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I just try to, like, yell at it?
Yep.
I have proficiency in intimidation.
Shouting.
Hey! Let us through!
Would that be a contest?
That
or-
was an 8.
This actually really makes sense because I
That
have a
was a
-1 in
12.
animal handling.
Plus 4.
The dragon's just like, fuck you.
16.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 16?
Yeah.
It looks down at him, and it just looks at him, leans in a bit more closely, and kind of shakes Kath around like, hey, get this fucking thing off me, man.
I'm already off.
Oh, right. Fuck. Alright, it kind of,
Reformulate.
my whole campaign wrote on that. It leans forward and kind of like angrily like whips its head around a little bit to gesture at like the fact that it has a giant hole in its head right now thanks to Kath. And it looks up at Charming like, you gonna fix this?
Okay. Throw another rock at it.
No.
No, I don't. I don't fucking have anything. Okay. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds, but I have to be touching it.
Okay. You gonna tell it that?
I mean, sure. Be like, come here! And I'm just gonna put my hand out.
It looks
I like remove my glove. Well, I'm not wearing gloves because we're in these shitty, dumbass deity uniforms.
you actually still have all of your clothes. It's like, you have bags, right? I guess for all your shit.
Oh, I guess.
So then it's all in your bag.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't need the glove. I was just saying, but like,
I just don't want to like, you have these awesome costumes that you guys already had, and I gave you these shitty deity costumes.
are we wearing these for the whole campaign?
No, not the whole campaign. Dew actually was asleep, so she couldn't tell you that you can actually put them into your center thing and just wear your normal clothes.
Okay, well,
until
we
you
don't
need
know
them,
that yet,
But you don't
so-
know that yet, so. You just think, so she's gonna realize that you guys have been walking around in leotards this whole time. She's gonna be like, oh no.
Oh no,
oops.
you didn't have to.
You didn't have to. You had your clothes with you the whole time.
Yeah. I busted my hand out. And it starts glowing. An ethereal light.
The dragon leans forward.
Okay, cool.
Hesitantly. And then it pushes its head against your hand.
I heal it for 8.
8? Alright, cool.
And it cures wounds, so any physical or visual wounds is what I meant.
It closes up the thing there, and the damage from your Morning Star. And it huffs at you two, pissed off, and then it puts out its head like this for the rest of the gems. But you don't have to give them all back, because the dragon doesn't know how many you took.
I gave him 2.
So you have to roll a bluff check, I guess.
That doesn't exist in 5e.
I don't know, man.
Stop turning on, you're scaring me.
It's the ghost.
Would that be deception?
Yeah,
because I'm
deception.
lying?
Deception.
Great, I have proficiency in that. Well, that was a 16, so I mean, that's not bad.
Sure for the reason why he has
That's
a
a 6.
proficiency.
Okay, 16 plus 4, 20. I give him 1.
All I can see.
Or no, I give him none, because the other one that I dropped in his hand before was the only one I took. I mean, my big pudgy hands, I mean, how can they, you know? Turn off.
You spit in his hand.
Just turn it over, dude. The only reason I can see for why he would have a proficiency in lying, as of this moment in the campaign, is just like, yeah, no, I fucked tons of dudes. Whatever.
Because of his background. I know, definitely I can swallow.
Oh no, I've done it.
Dude, totally.
I've fucking done the thing.
Going all
I
over the place.
I put my balls in her ass. It was great.
The dragon huffs at the both of you, and you kind of, I guess you kind of gesture over to the gem that you already gave back, and it looks at it and just goes, all right, okay, and it flops back down into the water. That was lucky for you guys because he had 41 health left.
Cross out 10 and write 9 gems. Good news, Kath. We have $9.
Fucking fantasy taxes.
Oh, fuck. Okay, we keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for you guys
How
to write down
deep is
stuff.
the river? Do we have to swim across this shit?
Can
It's
I get
like-
my dagger back?
Oh, it's floating around in the water now, so you can just reach it and grab it.
Cool.
If you actually roll a persuasion check against the dragon, you can ask it for easier crossing along the river because it is deep enough that you have to swim. So whoever's got the better persuasion.
17 plus 4.
Okay.
Hey! Wanna give us a ride?
The dragon pokes its head back up, looks at the both of you.
Not really, but you got a high persuasion roll.
So it looks at the both of you, kind of huffs in annoyance, like, oh Christ, okay, yeah, no, I guess so. I mean, you fucking stabbed me in the head, but fucking good roll, dude. And some stones raise out and go over its back, so it's like you got a ton of little bridges now over the river.
Just like in Labyrinth. Continue.
Halfway through, Charming like gets down on his knees and gives it a good old pat on the side and keeps going.
The ground rumbles as it purrs a little bit.
Oh, fuck yeah! Dragon friend! Can I pet its head too?
I shit myself.
It actually, if you
I have 0 in animal handling.
But if it raises its head out of the water to put it on the side of the bank of the river, if you want to pet its head. Now, I'm going to need you to write down River Serpent in your book.
+1 animal friend.
under summonables.
I wave at it, scared shitless.
No, wait, I want that too!
It looks back at Kath and it sticks out its tongue, which is another piece of reed, and then it goes like, fuck you.
She gives the thumbs up.
It gives a thumbs down.
It has thumbs? Oh, bonus!
It's got it's got pebbly raccoon hands.
Little
Love
man
that.
hands.
In my notes I wrote Ribbon Serpent, at least 40 HP.
So you guys get over there. Alright, so you guys make it to the cavern.
The Mine of Delicacies.
That was the original name.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
what is it called now?
It's called the Cavern of Desire.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a large rocky outpost created out of smooth, natural rock, with perfect clefts and perches for tiny, non-aggressive fairies and dragons to rest upon. There are small little like perches and birdhouses that are like circular and made out of some kind of crystal as well, for the fairies and or small little bird-sized dragons to rest in, sleep in. It seems almost like it would be a sanctuary. It's very pretty, very calm, very quiet, until the next song starts. And then it sounds like a rave is going on inside of there.
Fantasy Kesha.
There are small pools surrounding it with water
deer!
With waterfalls leading to the said pools. They're coming out from cracks in the rock, so they're coming out and then they split off and they come back. The pools actually seem to be made out of red wine.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
But I need you, because you guys don't know that these are non-aggressive fairies and dragons, and the most experience you've had with fairies and dragons, the dragon at least, is none. So roll a wisdom check, both of you. Fun.
13.
Okay.
16.
16. Okay.
That was with -1.
Okay, so...
plus bless?
No, it doesn't even fucking matter at this point.
No, the plus would matter.
17, 18, 19.
I used a fucking slot on you.
20.
It's not a slot, it's a
20. Okay, so you guys both walk up to the cavern. Kath especially is using like a swagger that only a god would have. Like, she knows what's fucking going on. The fairies and the dragons both look over at you. A couple of dragons, actually about cat-sized dragons, come up and rub against your guys' legs. Like, you know, they think that you're supposed to be there, and so they're welcoming you. A couple of the fairies kind of like go...
Kath is absolutely petting all of the dragons that come anywhere near her. Anyway, I think it's now a thing that I'm deciding Charming absolutely adores dragons.
Aww. You said Kath is petting all of them, right?
Oh, sorry, I meant Charming.
Yeah.
My bad.
All the dragons, if he's petting them, he can actually pick them up and put them on his shoulders and stuff like
Holy
that.
fuck. Okay, yes. Any of them that match his outfit.
So the dragons range from bird-sized to cat-sized. There's actually one dog-sized one that's sleeping by the edge of one of the wine pools with its tail dipping in, and it's kind of slowly swishing it back and forth.
Okay, well, he's busy. I won't bother that guy.
Kath, what do you want to do here? You guys are walking up to this entrance. All you can see is like glittering stuff coming from inside that cave entrance, and the pools of red wine. It's like a big grotto that you've entered here with like trees full of like...
Is it open or is it in like a cave? I don't know what a grotto is.
It's open right now. So it's like... It's basically like you entered...
Like walls building up that'll eventually close?
Basically.
Okay.
But it's like you entered with a pathway with trees.
Yeah.
The trees are what's covering it over.
Gotcha.
So light is right now dabbling into the ground.
Ooh,
so it kind of looks like a paradise with all these small creatures just kind of chilling out right here, and all these dragons. The dragons, now that they've seen that he's friendly and he's petting them and stuff, they're kind of in love with him. One of the dragons that's near his head that he's picked up and like put on his shoulder or something, because you said he did that, right? It kind of nuzzles against his head and chirps.
Hell yeah.
Chirp, chirp, little motherfucker.
It makes a chuffing, chirping noise, kind of like
Charming is walking along and imitating all of their noises, like, yeah.
The dragons are trying to talk back to him because they don't understand what he's saying, but so they go, and he goes, and they're like when you try to talk to my cat, where he's just like,
my cat too.
Where you go, Tigger, and he goes, and you're like, okay. So you guys, it's the dappling of the light. The trees weave into each other around the entrance to the cave. Mm-hmm. The entrance to the cave has some lights deeper inside of it, but because your eyes aren't adjusted to the dark, they're to the light. You can't really see that far into it.
I have dark vision.
Oh, you can then.
I'm pretty sure tieflings do too. We're both fine.
Yeah, so you guys are fucking fine then. That's cool.
There goes my high fantasy. Fuck you guys.
You can see that the floor of this cavern is like stone, like really nicely modeled stone stuff. So it's like a developed cave.
Is it like in the cement patterns where you can see each individual tile?
Yes, well,
Okay, Charming is doing the thing where you like don't step on any of the cracks.
So they've gone inside them?
I mean, Charming has. I don't know. I can't speak for Kath.
Kath?
He's kind of just like...
Good job to play D&D, sure.
He's kind of just like enraptured by the dragons. If they're going in there, then he is too.
The dragons don't go inside.
Okay. Well, then he probably pauses and he's like, what's up, little buddy?
The dragon, the couple of dragons on his shoulders kind of... the one that has wings flips off and just kind of goes over back to the fairies where it was. The one that doesn't kind of like uses his back as a slip and slide, just kind of slides down his back and over his butt and onto the floor and lands like a cat. And then it kind of sits at the entrance and looks at him and just does merp. Like it does like a merp at him. And it just sits there and it like kind of thumps its foot down and then like puts its paw, like its paws neatly in front of it, wraps its tail around his paws like very neatly, and it just kind of looks at him like expectantly, like, you're not really going in there. Are you? Are you?
I want to use my divine sense to look into the cave.
Okay.
So I can see if there's any undead, celestial, or foes.
Okay. Do you need a roll or anything?
No, it's the same thing as before.
Fuck me.
Use it 3 times before I nap.
Just one more time, and he's just like, Kat, just give me a sec. I gotta take a little, is my nap time.
Just give me a hot minute.
Give me a hot minute. Press snooze if I gotta. I gotta take a little sleepy bye. So there's 2 paths once you go right into the cave. He can send something, one small thing, off to one side, but the other side is just a glowing red hot ball of celestial. That would be gods, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that.
But is it foe?
Not currently. They don't know you're there.
Currently. Okay.
The music's also coming from the side that has a lot of gods.
Okay. Alright. So, in the cave, I know you didn't see it because you're not cool, but...
And you've been playing with one of the dragons.
There's a big fuckery on the left.
The left, yeah.
The left, and there's a tiny fuckery on the right. Which one do you want to go to? Also, the music thumper times is coming from the big fuck.
She's splashing around in the little bits of water that are around there.
It's wine.
Yeah, that.
She's
Splashing her. She doesn't
drunk
even
off
know.
her ass.
She's splashing around in it. She's like, whatever you want. Sorry. Whatever you want. Yeah, that's what she says.
Okay, well, some of us are dignified, and then he immediately trips, but like,
Tigger.
I wanna, yeah.
If you go one way, you can decide you don't want to do that and go back the other way.
Okay.
Unless they spot you.
I was gonna say I want to remove my chainmail and put away my shield because that gives me a stealth advantage.
Okay.
But I'm wearing the deity costume, so I didn't have those anyway.
We'll just say that
Can we just say that we figured out how to put our clothes on? Mm-hmm. Like we were just like fucking fiddling. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool.
It's like
cool. Thanks. I've been imagining it, not with the shitty wedding veil this whole time.
Okay, so they figured out how the centers work, and so this whole time they could. So it's kind of like, what's the best way to describe it? It's like, almost like your clothes have become your skin now. The clothes that you were wearing before you put the costumes on.
The god outfit.
So like, your clothes
okay.
are on you, but if you if you even think about wanting your clothes off, they go back into your center, and you're in the god outfit again.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like, if Charming meets a particularly attractive man, just goes, wow, I'd love for him to take my clothes off. It's like, and so it immediately tells.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
Like, he like,
you can't see my face in this. I did mean for that to happen. Yeah, so then he takes off his chainmail and shit, and then I want to try and sneak, whether Kath is, actually, you know what? Well, Kath is gone.
Kath is fucked off.
Hey, Kath. Just sit tight for a second.
Like,
I'm gonna.
like, Charming looks and goes. It's like,
Kath,
hun.
She's like got her head under the wine, just gulping, and then
okay.
Like, and
one
then
of the
she's
dragons,
like,
one of the smaller dragons was sitting on her head, like how a cat would. They're just like, cool.
Okay, Kath, you're gonna stay here. Keep having fun. Because I feel like you're kind of loud, or at least you're gonna make me feel loud. That sounded wrong. I'm gonna keep going, and so I want to sneak.
He just pauses, looks back at her after walking a couple feet, and going, "You aggravate me."
I want to try and sneak up and look at the right side with the small thing that I saw.
Okay, you sneak up and you see it's this giant cavern with fairies are working inside of this cavern.
I'm looking at the small thing I saw, right? Okay.
Fairies are working inside of this cavern. They are going up to the rocks and managing to pull this globs of this sticky, sparkly, clear fluid out of the walls and forming it into desirable things. So like anything that you could think of that a mortal would want, one of them takes the glob and like mushes it around and stuff and like forms it into a fucking cheeseburger. And then it flies it back down, and there's an
iPhone. Those don't exist. Here it is.
burger.
And so they take it over to this giant vortex that's in the middle of the room. It's like a black thing, and it goes down. You can actually see which one of you. Where did you guys grow up?
I grew up in a really tiny town that was in the forest.
I grew up on a farm. Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, so you can actually see when you look into that big vortex that it is opened up to your hometown, and they drop the cheeseburger in, and you can see someone that was sitting in a chair sit up and think, I just invented cheeseburgers. And that happens, and then the vortex switches to another town.
Oh.
And as they're creating these different things. So like the fairies have come, every time they glob together, they pull it together and build something together out of it, and then they drop it into the vortex. So the next one that they're working on now is
You got self-conscious.
the next one that they're working on is what's something medieval people would do and like not dying, not having the plague. They come up with they come up with a face mask, like face masks in general, how pleasant they are, and they drop that into the vortex. Basically, they're working on that. But on the far side of the room, you can see this figure chained against the wall, one around his neck. He actually has one hand on his thing, and you see a rush of energy. The music is quieted for now, but then you see a rush of magic go through the chains and around his neck and such, and he kind of like makes like a grimace, like it doesn't hurt, but it's like they're pulling something away from him.
He turns into Grimace from McDonaldland.
They're pulling
Those hands were still at milkshakes.
They're pulling something away from him, like they're taking something away from him. And
You guys see me?
he would if he had his eyes open, but he has his eyes closed right now.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is he?
You're not there.
I
I'm
actually
just asking for me.
I mean, I'm
I
picturing
haven't-
Muriel.
I haven't described him yet, actually, but I will
But
show
like an
you.
elf.
I'll show you a picture of him after you guys
Yeah, okay,
talk
that's
to him and
fair.
stuff. But he looks like a plastic doll. Like his limbs have circles on them, and he has to move his arms like that. He looks like
Is
he's
he like buff, or is he scrawny doll looking?
scrawny doll looking.
Okay,
He
so
looks
I
like,
was super wrong.
If we're gonna, he is a twink, absolutely.
Gross.
He only has one eye right now, and it's closed.
Okay, is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He just wants attention. Seriously,
I
he
will
is fine.
provide.
He has
I'm in the wine grotto, goodbye.
he has one mouth right now on his mouth area, and
He's got a mouth on his mouth. It's mine.
He has a mouth on his stomach that's
Okay.
closed right now, and it's kind of wobbling like a lip quiver kind of thing when the magic courses through the chains. He also has 2 mouths on his hands.
Yeah.
And he's got, you can't see it right now, but he's got one under his chin, so if you were to lift his head, that would be another mouth.
Okay.
And so he looks like he's a cheap plastic doll. Like he would weigh nothing, like he's hollow like a Barbie doll. And
Charming says quietly to himself, if he's a top, this will be really good for me.
and so the magic courses, where's Damien?
I don't know, he's playing with the cat.
Damien, for fuck's sit down, dude!
You missed my funny joke.
I was in the wine grotto. The cat ran away from me.
The music stops suddenly, and then another surge goes through the chains. It seems like this is...
So is it like the music is following the surges going through this guy?
Yeah,
so
it's like every time... No, it's like every time a song ends, or has a peak, or like a specific part, then I guess, yeah, it's a surge again.
Okay.
But it's like it's drawing away.
How
from
loud is the music? Is it like there's a stereo right next to me, or is it like faint?
It's like it's coming from another room.
Okay.
But it's still pretty loud because you can hear it.
Lovely and Rose, but from another room.
I know this isn't canon, but I'm perceiving it as Every Time We Touch by Cascada.
So he
touch.
the flow goes through him, and he goes. They just can't get enough. I'm gonna take a while to find his voice, so I apologize for that. I have an idea for what I wanted, but I always panic. I'm gonna take a while to find his voice.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
but I always
didn't
panic,
understand.
so it'll
I'm
change
gonna take a while to
his
find his penis.
So he just
I won't.
He just kind of goes, oh, for fuck's sake, and then he starts singing this. And that's the music you can hear right now. And then
I like 'em big.
that was for Charlie. He's not singing that part.
He's saying that.
So he's actually singing that. That's his.
Does he look okay with that, or is he like, my name is?
Yeah, no. He looks like he's fucking annoyed with it. Like he
Okay.
doesn't want to be doing this, but they're forcing him. His voice you can hear coming from this room, but the music.
Is it a good voice?
Oh, it's a good fucking.
It's like a sexy voice.
It's a sexy. Good
Okay,
voice.
Charming clutches the wall.
Okay, so I'm just gonna play a little bit more of this.
I need a good voice, a good mind.
So how's Charming reacting to this?
I know that Kath is in the wine splashing like a little baby.
The dragons are playing with you. A couple of the fairies are braiding your hair.
Are the fairies in the room looking at me? Or if I tried to walk a little bit closer, would they see me?
No, they're totally uninterested in you. They know you're there, but they're like, I don't know.
Okay, cool. I like carefully kind of like touch around to see if they're looking, and then when I realize I'm like slowly walking towards them.
Okay, so as he's finishing up his song and he has to go to the next one, he kind of looks up and then he just, oh fuck me, hey.
As soon as he says it, he's like, sorry, so I'll go. And then he leaves.
He's just like his last one, just like, get out. No, but he's just kind of he's stuck there. He's got chains all around him and stuff. I'm actually going to show you the picture now because you haven't met him.
As I'm going over, you hear me yell to Kath, because I have class, and then I trip into the vortex.
Yeah.
I just invented the slut. Are the things that they're throwing into the vortex, like, if, from what we're, this is more of a genuine, are the people who are receiving do they, like, inventing them?
Yeah.
In the way that it's literally falling from the sky, and they're like, this is or like, they just finished it, and they pick it up, and it's what they gave them.
The creations they are sending down are balls of, like, it's the shape of the thing that they're seeing, but it's made out of light.
Okay.
So, like, they're getting the idea for it when it's
down. Okay, gotcha.
His singing voice is absolutely glorious, but his talking voice...
Charming likes his voice. Charming
McDonald.
hates how he looks. Ugly fucking twink. Gross.
So then...
Useless.
So his singing voice is absolutely glorious, but his talking voice...
Yeah, so, like, it was, like, on the other side of the vortex, and there was fucking, like, weird waves in the air. He couldn't see him clearly, and he's like, holy shit. And then he keeps walking, and he's like, oh, well...
Man, what are you doing in here? Seriously, I can't handle this. I have to do that. That's what his talking voice sounds like. Not his singing voice. It's like, sir, what are you doing in here? Why aren't you at the party? You're a god, aren't you? So then why aren't you at the party? Are you here to spit on me or something like that? Have I not suffered enough, you jackass?
I mean, not yet. Also, chill, man. Jesus. I just got here. You don't know my name. Oh, by the way, Charming. Charmed. What's your name? I just thought of that.
It's Ollie.
Gross. Anyway, no offense.
Okay, Dick. That's cool. I mean, I usually don't look like this, if you're calling me gross, you fucking prick. I'm usually much hotter, and I'm hotter than you, I would say.
I'm gonna be real for a second. I've kind of come to terms with myself. That's not that difficult to be.
Okay, well now I'm just sad. And that's pretty hard to be sadder than I am right now, because as you can see, I am a music slave.
Yeah, I get it. So like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being
12, I'd say. Being entirely honest.
noted.
My voice also isn't so fucking stupid.
Gotcha. So you're a prisoner?
No. I come here for the visuals. And he kind of, like, holds up his chains and, like, shakes them a bit, like, yeah, no, I'm not a prisoner at all.
I mean, I've got weapons. I could get you out, probably. I mean, I could try.
Oh, shit, really? Yeah, no, go for it. Get me out.
And
then he pauses and he goes, wait a second. That would be compassion. And since when the fuck did the gods have that back? Are you even really a god? I've never seen you around before, and I get around at parties, I used to, a lot. And I can tell you right now, I'm a little southern there.
It feels like Charming would interrupt, like, okay, but...
He's like, I can tell you right now, I have slept with most gods, and I can tell you, I would have remembered you.
I get it. I fucking get it. Also, hey, what? Really?
You said your name was Charming, so I mean, I assume you'd be a pretty good lay.
Yes, I am. From what I've heard from many people.
Roll a deception check.
Is this what we're doing?
Yeah, roll
Alright,
a
well,
deception check.
that was a 10, but I have
What was it?
a 10.
You
So,
just kinda
wait, no,
Okay,
10
okay.
plus 4.
He looks at him skeptically and goes,
Alright, fair enough. I guess if you say so, I have to believe you.
Thanks.
Seriously though, why are you in here and not at the party?
Flash cut to Kath.
I like a picture of fairies underneath her head. She's just smashing. Please don't. They're making braids out of your hair and they're being quite nice to you.
My companion got a little distracted, big crowds. They make her, she doesn't like them. She's, your voice is nice, heard it. What's going on?
My voice? Are you shitting me?
The singing one,
Oh,
not this
yeah,
one.
that's my real voice, but unfortunately, because everyone seems to have a fucking sense of humor around here, I don't get to keep that.
Okay, why are you doing this exactly?
They took my fucking center.
Okay, why?
Your G-spot.
If Kath was there, he would absolutely respond to that. Fuck, you're not there.
Well,
Damn it!
that's why I said it in Charming's voice.
Your G-spot?
He looks at him and goes,
Yeah, jackass, my fucking G-spot. No. How do you know what a fucking center is? You've got one right there, in your literal center.
My metaphorical G-spot.
Yeah, don't worry, I have another one.
He goes,
He sneezes.
Alright, big guy, how about we tone it down a couple notches?
Yeah,
and
that's
he shifts
fair.
his feet a bit and he tries to stick them out a bit more to be more casual, but he's chained, so he just goes, nope, going right back. Okay. He's like, he says,
Honestly, if you had seen me with my center, you would have jizzed your pants the moment you saw me, buddy.
I mean, you don't know my body. Maybe I already did.
Ollie gives him a look up and down. He's just like,
Really? I look like a piece of kettle corn that grew legs.
Well, let me ask you a very important question, Oliver, whatever it was.
It's Ollie.
I mean...
It's not short for Oliver. It's just Ollie.
Oh, excuse me.
Alright, excuse.
Sorry, I understand what you said, but for a second I thought you said shoes. Okay? Shoes.
My voice is stupid, I get it. It's hard to understand. I know that.
Okay. So, why are you what is going on? Why are they using you? What is this for?
Well,
Why do they need fucking music?
obviously you know that Love is gone. My sister. And he looks really upset about that. And he's like, everyone knows that music is directly related to feelings and love and all that bogus crap. And so the moment she disappeared, they decided that, hey, free for all.
Wait, when he says that, Charming like leans to his right and he's like, oh, she's not here.
Amazing. He just kind of like, he's kind of like,
oh.
All that crap.
There's just a fucking fairy there. It's like bogus.
and she just kind of looks at him and goes, yeah.
Just goes back to what she's doing. Okay.
Cool. Anyone know him? Is he on the payroll?
Who brought him?
And he's just like,
Whose +1 is this piece of shit?
he's like,
Well, I guess everyone thought it was kind of a free-for-all here, and so, hey, why not turn my favorite spot in the entire realm into a fucking dance club where I'm the jukebox, right? And why not add insult to injury by taking my center so I can't do shit about it, and I look like fucking Pleakley's ugly gay cousin.
He is his own gay
He
cousin.
is
I
his
don't
own
understand.
ugly gay... Hot gay cousin. I'd fuck Pleakley. That was not in character.
Yeah, me too.
he seems sweet. I'd fuck Jumba.
He has 2 tongues.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Right?
Big
Daddy.
hands.
Daddy, big hands.
Big hands.
Big boy. Good to cuddle.
Also, he's kind of awkward.
Kinda, and I love it.
Can I enter the room?
Go for
I'm
it.
drenched in wine, and I've got kind of a moose
You just
knuckle
come like
going on.
sprinting down the hallway. Charming!
You can just hear slap, 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 slap from my wet feet. Anyways,
you
That's
still
my
have- you
slappy
still,
partner in here.
All of the outside dragons and fairies detach from you in the hallway and they're scuttling back outside, but the inner fairies that are working here now, they kind of go, wine. And they all kind of go like a beard of bees onto you, and they're like, kind of
like mosquitoes.
no, more like a beard of bees, and they're like gently looking at you everywhere.
Anyways, I'm very
There's
wet.
wine inside of me. Go.
I'm very wet with wine, and it is just stuck to my genitals, my outfit. Anyways, I'm here now. Continue your conversation.
Hey.
He goes, oh
met this
great,
queen.
there's another one.
Yeah, don't worry. She's probably a little more... Well, you know what? I just remembered what her voice sounds like, so maybe not. Then again, I don't know how you feel.
About what?
So, why are you here? I already asked you that.
You've already asked me that like 6 times, dude. Got my center taken.
Yeah, I
They
got it,
decided
I
to
got it,
blah,
I got
blah,
it, I
Thank
got
you.
it, I
Fuck.
got it,
All right.
I got it.
He goes-
So,
He goes,
I seriously don't believe that you two are gods if you don't know all the shit that's been going down. So tell me right now, what's happening? Are you dragons in disguise? Are you mortals? What's going on before I send down an SOS to all of those yeah, no, I'm not really gonna do that. I hate them. I mean,
Why
tell
judge
them.
me? I wasn't even in here.
how are you gonna do it anyway? Yell? You don't have any powers. If we're judging gods by how strong they are, I'm pretty sure that we're the only gods here and you're a fucking rock. I could flick you when you die, I bet. Please don't hurt me.
he looks up at him and he looks genuine.
Confidence is key.
He looks up at him and he looks genuinely hurt by that. He's just like, all right, I mean, cool. I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't, no, shut up, I wouldn't, but like,
My
it's
sister's-
an example.
My sister's missing, and I've been held prisoner here for a couple hundred years, but that's cool. I
Okay,
love doing this.
fucking, I get it, alright. I'm sorry.
Charming, kiss it better.
kiss it better.
I mean, I didn't actually flick him. You want me to kiss his feelings?
Kiss it better.
And then he looks at you and he goes,
Yeah, kiss it better.
he looks at him and gives him a little smile and goes,
Yeah, kiss it better.
Kath is fucking laughing like and licking her hand like from the wine.
I didn't even touch you!
half laughs like Beavis and Butthead.
No, you don't get any say in that.
No, I'm saying what I heard.
You don't get any say in that.
No, I know. I know.
I didn't even touch him yet. What? Where's your center?
He looks at him and he goes,
Fucking destroyed. I watched them crush it in front of me.
and he kind of was like just dazed by that. And then he's like, oh.
I know healing spells.
He's like,
You can't heal that, man. It's gone.
and he looks at the ground and he's like, fuck, here comes another one. Alrighty.
Let me just get out my iPhone.
She nervously reaches for her rain stick.
He looks at it and whenever he has to sing like this, he closes his eyes because he's embarrassed. These aren't songs he wants to sing. It's like the gods down there have like a fantasy iPod and they're picking the songs that they want and forcing him to sing them for them.
Gotcha.
So he's like,
So has
fuck.
he just been singing this the whole time?
Huh?
Or is it like coming out his bottom mouth or something so he can keep talking to us?
Oh no, he's gonna have to sing this whole song before you can talk to him again.
Yeah, but like in between the songs, they're just big pauses.
Oh no, those are just music songs. They're playing.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not doing the music. He's just
Gotcha.
He's just doing it. So those are just music songs that are playing. And then when they pick a vocal song.
So is it like vocals come out of his mouth, just music comes out of his like belly mouth or something?
Yeah, when he's not attached to chains, but they don't. I'll tell you guys this, but the only thing he'll really be able to do for you guys is when he can split into more people to be able to do more vocals. So he can split into up to 5, like a boy band size, and every single part of himself has one of the mouths.
Pardon?
He's a one-man gangbang. So he closes his eyes every time he has to do this because it's embarrassing for him, especially now that there are people here watching him having to do this and sing songs that he didn't want to sing himself. So I'm just going to make you listen to a little bit of this. If Kath is laughing at him, he's like gonna hit her after.
No.
Like, as soon as the switch is made between the voices, Charming is like, oh, there it is.
That's a good song.
You get why I'm like here,
Kath
right?
is dancing. Kath is dancing.
Because I'm genuinely curious how Kath actually feels about this, Charming is like, may I have this dance? Alright.
She's not even like she's just sort of like...
he opens his eye again.
I figured.
He opens his eye again and is watching you guys dance while he sings, just like, this is the most fun thing I've ever seen in like about a couple hundred years.
Charming's really bad at dancing. No, he isn't. He hasn't. No, he fucking doesn't. He's a god at performing. He is performance.
And then, so he says,
So you guys gonna help me out of this or what? I mean, if you're here, you're clearly good people, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Did you introduce yourself? This is Kath. just Kath.
he looks at her and he says,
Oh, sup. He's like, did you go swimming in the wine outside? You know people drink that, right? Like, that's a health.
You say that like I didn't drink it?
Well, yeah, but you also swam in it. Like, you got your junk all up in it.
Yeah, Kath,
Yeah.
that's gross.
he looks at Charming just like,
I mean, I wouldn't say no if I was to be offered it. But then again...
God damn it.
What,
Okay, I gotta go out there.
he's like,
Then again, I've been stuck in a cave for about 200 years. And I'm pretty fucking horny. But who would want...
I mean, do you still have a dick?
And
I
he's
mean,
like-
this isn't the worst situation to be in.
he's like,
No, I don't have a dick. I'm naked right now. You can see everything I have. I'm a Barbie doll.
and he does this, like, right, with his arms, like, flops them around. He's like,
I'm like a fucking puppet.
I mean, I've done some pretty fun things with puppets.
Okay.
but
well,
then because Charming was the one that brought up his dick, he kind of looks at him and, like, kind of does, like, he's just like,
But I do have 5 mouths, as you can see.
And once a fucking again, I am third wheeled.
he was the one that mentioned dicks, and then he looks to Kath, and then he blinks, and he's like,
I only have one eye right now, but that was a wink.
yeah.
Kath is one of those.
he's just like,
Oh. Anyways, I would love...
and he's, like, kind of realizing something, like, that you two are both very horny, and he's just like,
Roll
he's
for
like,
horny.
He's like, actually, if you get me out of these chains, I will gladly do you both a couple of favors.
and he, like, blinks
Be
a couple times,
specific.
and he blinks a couple times, but he's saying wink, wink, but he's blinking.
Be specific.
Huddle. Well,
I mean,
My feet were resting. What?
What can we do for you?
I don't fucking know. His setter's broken. Holy shit, I'm gonna break this chair.
I mean, I don't really know anything fucking about him, but he looks like a twink.
He's a fucking twink and I don't need that right now. I've got
I'll
a couple
take
of
your
them.
favors then.
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
he pipes up and he goes,
I'm actually a verse.
I'm not fucking taking any of those favors.
Hey.
he just kind of lays forward on his arm because he can actually lie down and like this. So now he's lying on his stomach with his hands like this, and he's got his legs swinging behind him, just kind of watching them like he's at a sleepover, just like looking between them as they talk. And he's just like,
Listen, if you put it in front of me, I'll suck it. I have no pride. I'm really fucking horny. 5 mouths. Gotta fill them somehow, am I right?
am I right? And he looks to one of the fairies next to him, and she just goes, "You're fucking disgusting, dude," and flies away. And he just goes,
Thanks, Karen.
because remember, he's been stuck in this cave for 200
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
He knows all the fairies by name. He's just like,
Thanks, Karen.
The interesting, like, live-action role-play eye contact between all of us.
I know, it's amazing.
It's my favorite part of this.
I mean, it's fucking broken. What do you want us to do?
Well, I do have kind of a plan, but you'd have to get me out of these chains to find out, and I will gladly tell you while I'm sucking your dick. You know, I feel like that makes people a little bit more perceptible to my plans. But who am I to say? I'm only cocksucker number 1 in this plane. And he blinks again. He goes, again, that was a wink.
Kath is fucking losing her shit laughing. She's like hunched over a little bit. You can hear the rain stick kind of going.
He's just the rain stick that you still haven't used.
Oh, she's used it. She's used it.
Shut the fuck up.
So he's like kind of like goading himself up a little bit because he wants to get out of these chains.
I know you're just using us.
Oh, I mean, aren't you used to that?
I am a treasure.
He wiggles his
and a
eyebrows
temple. My body's a temple.
My body's a temple.
My body's a temple.
He wiggles his eyebrow a little bit when he says it. He's like, "Ah, no, wait, don't take that as a bad. I mean,
Southern.
No, that was
Jeffrey.
Hello, guys. What's up?
Like a xenomorph now.
Exactly. No, it's because I have my hand on my throat right here.
I
So
got you.
he's just like, well, I didn't really mean that as a bad thing. I mean, wait, what'd I say again? I'm just really horny right now because you guys came in here and you got like the leotard thing on, and I can see your whole...
I'm wearing normal clothes. Remember?
Oh right, you didn't change back. Okay.
Mine, however, is a little
I know. He's just like watching you guys, waiting for you to make a decision. He's just like, sooner rather than later would be really great, so I don't have to sing another. Oh, fucking here we go.
And he has to sing another song again. And he's like getting more and more irritated. This goes on because now that he knows he can get out, and you guys are just biding your time.
Kath is right here, like waiting for the beat to come up.
So then he actually takes all the force that he has in his body right now because he thinks he might be getting out soon to send this song back to the other gods that are using.
Feet tall. Have you ever felt man if only there's anybody else at all?
He's actually looking at you guys while he sings this because he knows that you guys probably feel this.
Can Charming sing along?
Yep.
But it's not enough, so sticks and stones might break your bones, but
What the fuck is this intonation, Bo?
you don't know where to go, I'll show you where to start. Kill yourself.
The moment the first kill yourself hits, he is shocked through those chains, and he clearly curls up in a little ball in pain that they're doing that to him. Like he like doesn't scream, but he's clearly in a lot of pain. And then he kind of sits up again, and he decides to go. He sits up again a little bit, and he just goes, and like a little bit of a sob, and then he just does this one instead. After this Roots ad.
This is what he's saying.
He does a vocal ad.
Ollie with an I-E or a Y?
Ollie with a Y.
I don't even know what he's saying, but Kath.
I was 12 once.
I mean,
And then she's doing this.
doesn't look like it, but I was 12 like 3 years ago.
Really adds that I can see the music video from here.
So
This
just
is oppression.
he seems like he's choking up a little bit when he sings the "I'm coming home" part because he's been stuck here a long time. And so then when he's finished, he's just like he kind of pulls himself out of that curled up ball he was in when he was forced to sing a different song because doing the "Kill Yourself" song he thought would be hilarious, but the gods punished him for it. And so he kind of sits back up again. He goes,
Is it a deal or not? Because I need to know if I should just give up hope.
We need a team name. What's our team name, Kat? This is important.
The Revengers.
Not as long as the Revengers are here! I feel like that's a reference to something, you shitty slut. And then I like tap the thing or whatever. Or I think about being naked. And then my thing is revealed. Where can we find your shit?
He opens his eye wide and looks at it. He just goes, well, you would have to go to the Mortal Coil to get me a new one.
Is that a long way away?
Oh, bitch, it's the furthest you can go.
Okay, so I put my clothes back on.
He just looks at and he goes, but if you bring me along, the mortal coil is capable of giving us new centers, but it's also capable of making new gods. So if you were to take me there, perhaps I could convince the mortal coil to make you two into gods. Plus. And then he actually points at him, and then he actually his chain pulls him back. He's like, okay, just bringing it back here. Plus, I would have my body back once I'm there, and I could rail you real good. And because he's a twink right now, he looks absolutely ridiculous, saying, I would fuck the shit out of you once we get my body back. Because in reality, he's a very tiny man right now, and he's made out of plastic, so you could just fucking huck him somewhere. But he's talking as if he's like this massive guy. Which makes Charming realize his real body is a pretty big dude.
Once again, Kath is
You don't know I'm
staring
a
between
bottom.
them.
You don't know I'm a bottom.
And he looks at him, he like kind of does a little look around, and he goes, yeah, you're a bottom. Believe me, I've been doing this long enough. And he looks at Kath, and he just goes, Kath, and he just goes, right? Alright.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, bullshit. Okay.
That's a fucking lie.
You're a
You're
bottom.
right. You're right.
Hey, you didn't read my diary again, did you? I told you to stop doing that.
Everyone just bullies Charming.
I mean, I don't know. I've heard some whack shit.
He looks at me and goes,
Oh, really? Whack shit. Whack shit.
That's because we live with Julius.
Julius. Well, that's definitely a guy's name that I would definitely pin to being someone that fucks mad hard.
Well,
Well, basically what I'm saying here is that
I can't physically perceive Julius, but go off.
he says,
basically what I'm offering you here is you get me out of these chains. I'll go along with you guys on your journey and help you however I can. Because I can do a lot of pretty good shit, I think. I mean, when I sing, my voice isn't half bad. My charisma's pretty good when I sing. My strength's kind of at a 0 right now. But I can help, is what I'm saying.
this is really hard on my throat. It says,
And then once we get to the mortal coil, once we get there, once I get my godhood back and my center, and I'm back to being me, I will both get you guys to be gods yourselves, for real, because clearly you're not real gods.
Okay, just do it for my confidence, please.
Clearly you're not real gods. But you do look hot. I'll say it in that leotard, so you're welcome. He says, and then once we're both back and gods, we can do that cool god thing where because we're immortal, we can fuck for 10 years straight.
he's reading you like a book right now. He fucking knows.
You don't know what I like.
He looks at him and he goes,
I think I can tell.
Okay, shut up.
Kath
Oh,
punches
also,
him. Time to find out.
also, he like raises his hand and he goes,
Also, I would like just to say, if that's not enough, I will sweeten the pot, and I will say that you guys can have,
and he like looks around like as if he's thinking, and he's like,
one bit of oral each for this journey.
So
Bit?
what?
I'll give you each one time oral. So like to completion, I guess. I haven't fucked in 200 years, guys. Sorry if I'm not up with the lingo.
I mean,
I will engage in cunnilingus.
he's trying to be formal because this is a deal, so
Yeah.
he's like trying to be real about it. And he looks at both of them and he's just like,
So, do we have a deal?
What were we supposed to do?
we're supposed to go to the mortal com.
mortal come.
We're going to the mortal com, and then we're gonna like
It's the mortal coil.
get some balls.
It's the mortal coil. It's this big tree out by where the gods get to go back to the mortal realm, and it can create new gods or fix old gods, and it's gonna do both when we get there.
Okay,
So that's a yes?
sure.
Pretty please?
Charming puts out his hand for like a handshake. Sorry, I went for a fist bump, but it's like just too far away for his chains to reach.
And this he goes clink, and he's just like, "Ow, fuck you." he says it really slowly. He's just like, "Ow."
Wait. Charming goes like, actually, we need you. Where are we supposed to go?
He looks excited. He's like, "Oh well, haven't been needed
in a while. I would like that handshake though. You know, God, kind of traditional. Bring it over here. He wants a genuine handshake, but I know you, so you give him a handshake.
What does that mean?
You don't like body contact, dude. I know you. You're welcome.
What? Okay.
You're slapping her hand when I ask for a handshake.
I'm just trying to be cool and do like a.
No, it's okay, honey. We know. When Charming shakes his hand, he can feel that it actually feels really plush and warm, like a stuffed animal.
Is it sweaty?
No, it's just plush and nicely warm, like a blanket. Like his shape is like.
Okay, then
plastic.
Charming is probably like taken so off guard by that because he was expecting crusty ass hands. He's like. And then he just kind of lingers there for way too long.
Like, the moment you touch it, you're just like, oh shit, that'd be good to cuddle. That's cuddling material right there.
Charming, like, puts his other hand on his arm just to test if the rest of his body is like that.
Charming takes his hands like, boyfriend material.
When he feels it, and
What's
like
this deity made out of?
when he's feeling it, because his perception has changed of him, it's less plastic now, and it actually is covered with kind of a soft fabric now, like a plush toy, but with like the plastic of an inner skeleton kind of being there.
Gotcha.
When he presses down and then like to feel the rest of his, he goes squeaky.
And then he's like, all right. And he like, just takes his hands away.
He's just like,
I can't do that, Kath.
He's like, yeah.
I can.
He's like, yeah, insult injury. I know.
I'll do anything.
Yeah,
and he looks at Kath and he goes, I like you.
Me too.
Oh, no, wait.
He's just like,
I like me too.
Okay, can we get out of here? How are we supposed to break these chains? You already figured us out. We don't have god weapons.
Well, I'm looking at those little things you got there. The off-brand centers.
Those are his nipples.
And
I mean, these... yeah, don't be rude.
It would seem that you have a couple miracles saved up there. 3, to be precise, for each of you. But you know how it is. So I would say, spend a miracle on me to get me out of these chains. And I'll spend a miracle on you, making y'all gods. Pretty please. And also hurry up, because I can feel them picking another song.
I mean, I will. It's chill. It's just, wow, like Dr. Seuss. I mean,
But
we
yeah,
didn't
you were
check
poet,
out both
you didn't even know it.
hallways. I kind of, shut up. I did kind of want to look at the party.
It's like, oh great, no, yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
Go
okay.
check it out.
Well,
You guys,
no, it's not in the...
Fuck up. You guys make the deal. I'm gonna go. And then I leave. And I go for the other hall.
So you're gonna go check it out while you chill with him?
I didn't say I wanted
'Cause
to
I
chill.
Well, you gotta converse that with
Okay, you know
I
what?
don't want to spend my thing because you got the money. So
Oh, that's true. So that's why you're
fair.
bouncing. So
Yeah,
you're-
she's bouncing, and then I can just be like, we'll be right back. What's your favorite song?
He looks at him and he just goes, I mean, I really don't have a favorite. I used to be the god of music, so and he's like kind of thinking for a second, and then because I haven't thought of this, give me a couple of seconds here, you bitch.
You don't have to name a real one. You
This
can just
better
be like,
be 80s
well,
pop.
this one.
I know, but
this better
I'm
be
gonna
80s
figure
pop.
out. I'm
Okay.
gonna say blank, and then
Yeah.
what I will find it later on, and I will play it for you guys later on.
Okay.
can it? Okay, you have
Can
to
it be
come.
what?
It has to be 80s pop though, right?
80s
Like
pop.
right? Like right?
Uh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If you don't know any, that's fun. Anyways, I'm at the party. Looks
Okay.
fun.
And then he's like, we'll be right back, and then he fucking puts his deity thing back on.
perfect. Okay, I think I found a good one that's like 80s pop.
What's
if
it
you wanted
called?
It's called Groove is in the Heart
By whomst?
by D. Light. It's very old.
Okay.
Here, hold on. This is better.
That's what he says.
It's from How Many Brothers.
I know what you're gonna say.
He can actually.
Okay, yeah.
No, hold on. He can morph his voice, so he's gonna use a female voice for this.
That's useful. Charming.
I won't feel as insecure about my sexuality. Come on. We'll be right back. And then we go, he does do that with his voice. And then we strut in. Charming is fucking like flicking his veil the whole way.
Yeah.
And then they both
As soon as we go in, where's the thing for selection?
selection that is dead center. It's actually like
Is there like a line or
it's-
something leading
It's
to it?
layered, so it's like there's a bunch of people partying, right? A few gods partying around here. There's a bunch of like people made out of like a white light. It's almost like they're AI robots that are designed to be flirted with.
Yeah.
Because there's not many gods.
Man, you just wrote that like just for us, huh?
There aren't many gods, so they all want to have something to do and
Yeah.
have fun with, and they can't have mortals here, so they make these fake people, and then it dips down, and there's another layer, dips down, another layer, and then there's a pedestal, and that's where the selection thing is, and it's a big pool of water, but inside the pool of water is like actual like iTunes. So basically you just have to, but basically you would have to put your hand in there and think of what song you want and then pull it out. There's no real lineup, just because whenever the gods want a song that comes on specifically, they just put their hand in there.
I don't know, Charming ditches Kath, and he immediately, I mean, he doesn't know how to use it, so...
Dunks his face in, drinks from it.
He, like, goes over and be like, where's the music selection? Okay, thank you. He, like, just starts, like, tapping at the water to try and be like...
The water, like, it's trying to read what he wants, but because he keeps dipping it out, and then eventually...
It just goes into, like, different Lana Del Rey songs every time he taps it. Okay.
Eventually, it gets really pissed off with how much he keeps doing that, and it's just like, just fucking pick one!
Okay.
Kath puts
21 plays of blank. One right in the middle of... Oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna find a good
Screamo.
Kath shoves her tits into this little thing.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god.
You guys realize that it hurts him when you pick a song, right?
yeah. No, this is intentional. I chose this intentionally.
As soon as Charming hears what's playing, he's like, oh fuck, and then he goes right back.
His favorite song, I just realized, is Hard to Be the Bard. Because this is what his life used to be like.
This makes me think of Shrek. That's the voice that I would imagine for this guy. I don't even know what he looks like in full deity form, but that is his voice to me. Never eternity. Oh yeah. If that's what his deity voice sounds like, Charming is wet. Okay, so Charming puts this on, and then he kind of like comes back and like peeks around the corner to see if he's doing anything interesting.
Peeks around his corner?
Peeks around the corner where he is, or Ollie is.
He's singing it, but he's actually more into it because this is his real voice that he's allowed to use.
Was there anything of interest in the big room? Like anything?
Just him.
No, like the party room?
A bunch of gods dancing and stuff. If you bump into even one of them, it's gonna alert all of them.
Yeah, okay. So I basically just picked a song and then we came back. I mean, I can't speak for Kath, but I'm back.
Oh, also, the moment you picked a song, because you picked a song that was his real voice and something he's actually done, it shows you, like a music video, a clip of the old hymn in that pool of him singing that.
Does it show like a music video for every song?
Not every song, only one. It shows...
like every couple?
Every couple, and it only shows really music videos for songs that's in his actual voice, but because he's the god of music, he can warp his voice to whatever he wants, so sometimes it could be female, sometimes it could be no accent, but that's his natural born voice, and Charming can see it. He is tall, much taller than Charming. He is about 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Pretty muscular. Like, he works, not like insanely so, like enough that it's like you can tell he works out, but he doesn't work out every fucking day. You know, what I'm explaining to you is an incredibly attractive man. Very confident in himself, and in this music video, he's singing to himself while playing the guitar, and he is like really into it. And there's a bunch of mortals around him because he's in a mortal form because he's down on the planet, and he's singing to them, and he's just honestly, because he's the god of music and he's the brother of love, he is just the most attractive man you've seen in your entire life.
Oh. Okay, so anyway, they're back.
He's
well,
like,
Charming's back. I can't
Great.
speak
You
for
guys
him.
have fun at the
Oh
party?
no, I come back. And I'm like,
Did you get one of the spritzers? Oh, please tell me you didn't drink the ambrosia. If you're mortals, you can't drink that shit. I mean, I would love to. Oh my god, I would fucking love
No,
to.
I have a very weak tolerance. I can go grab one for you.
I know, I'd rather get out of here. I really would.
That's fair. All right. Kath is still jamming. I don't actually know if she's in the room with us.
yeah, I am. The music's like very far away. I'm still just kind of like,
He's
The,
looking.
the
He looks at her.
music is right here.
and I'm just licking my teeth.
He looks at her and he's just like, you know, I can sing for you guys on the road, right? Like, we don't gotta stay here for me to do that.
Great. So we got a paladin and 2 fucking bards. Can't wait. The greatest party. The Revengers.
I can't fucking sing in battle. I don't have my.
Yeah, I get
I don't
it.
have
All
my
right.
center. I can't use it for anything other than being
Is this the
a
assist
great
character?
singer.
Is this the assist character?
Yeah, he has great.
Okay,
healing
great.
stuff.
Is he with us for the whole adventure? All right, cool. Because I like him. I like
Yeah,
him as a
I
character.
really
I hope he knows Madonna.
He has really good healing power still.
Does he know Madonna?
Okay, so I
Of
will
course I know
stop
that. I know every
learning.
singer. I know every fucking singer. I'm the god of music. I know every
Do
single
you
singer.
know our songs?
Yes. I know your songs. How do you think I knew who you were when you walked in?
You didn't. You didn't
I-
know my name.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have my center.
Haha. All
I
right.
do know your songs though. I just don't know your names and faces because I don't have my center. And then he proceeds to sing he sings one of your songs.
I mean,
My
mine is
heart.
just like pan flute. He plays a mouth instrument.
Okay, so what was your son?
A rain stick.
Okay, so his stomach mouth can play those noises, and it plays both of them perfectly.
All right.
He knows your songs.
All right, cool.
He's just like, to be fair, you're not that bad, but I haven't been able to check in lately.
All right, fine.
That's
How
a
do we
cute
break
little
this?
giggle. Just Charming did that cute little giggle.
Yes.
And
All
then,
right, fine.
So now he holds up his chains and he goes, "All right, do it to me.
I mean, I don't
Take them off."
have.
The
I
miracle.
have a twin
remember,
stick.
The miracle.
Oh right. What are the miracles again?
You get 3 divine.
That wasn't in character.
You get 3 divine actions each, and that was from Dew and her girlfriend.
So then I like put my, because he doesn't know what he's doing, so he's like, he like puts his hand in the middle of the 2 chains and then puts his like hand on here and he's like, God power, go!
and the his center shimmers and stuff, and then it goes down his arm and onto the chains, and the chains start to fizzle, and then they pop into a bunch of bubbles, and then you can hear Dew's voice from the thing going, "Oh, that was quick, but you have 2 left."
God? Well, yes, but
Kind of. You guys are doing great.
oh, have you been hearing all of this?
Oh no, I'm just checking in because you.
Why? What does that mean? Haha! Bye. Boop.
He's like, oh, she's like, well, you actually activated this. I'm doing both. He's like, actually, Ollie is like imitating. He's like, oh, I'm Dew. He's like, oh, I'm Dew. I'm so prissy and polite, and I've never had sex in my entire life. And he flips his non-existent
Do
hair.
me,
She's
do
like, he's just like, okay. Then he does your exact voice, and he just goes,
Hi, my name is Kath, and somehow I didn't get drunk from swimming in 20 meters of wine soup.
Yeah.
and then he looks at Charming and he goes,
You don't need to. That's fine.
Are you
I
sure?
get it.
I feel like I could really nail it.
I get it. It's just
He'd
bullying.
probably get hard.
hello, my name is Charming, and I'm ever so handsome, despite the fact that I'm wearing a leotard and nothing else. He does your voice perfectly.
I'm wearing boots.
Oh, pardon me. I'm wearing boots.
I step on his foot.
And he goes,
Yeah, those are boots. Thanks.
and he just goes, oh, so I see you've met Ollie. That's brilliant. I'm going to check out
Thanks
now.
for the present,
She
dude.
seems like the kind of person that would call him Oliver.
I see you've met Oliver, and that is absolutely lovely. Good luck. And she clicks out. Because you actually only had to touch him. The reason
Yeah.
why she clicked on is because you touched your thing.
Oh, okay.
activates
Gotcha.
talking to her. So she clicked. She's like, "Oh, you called me? No." and then, so it fizzles, and he's got his arms back and stuff, and so he's kind of rubbing his wrists and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, that's really not what I wanted my wrist to feel like. I'm a plush toy now." And he kind of squeaks his arm, and he goes, "Yeah, it's not gonna get old." And then he like kind of feels his neck, and the chain is still around one of the chains is still around his neck. It's not connected to the wall anymore, but he just permanently now has that chain, like a
Muriel!
slave chain. Still
Yeah,
stuck
that's
around
what
his
I was imagining the whole time. And no,
Muriel!
And he's like kind of like sitting like this now. Now you guys are just like sitting in sleepover positions because he hasn't been able to stretch out and stuff in a really long time. So like he's kind of like doing these really weird poses, like just like
Yeah, I guess I got a lot of hobbies.
Kath is
You
like
know,
this.
when you live for as long as
Do
I
you want to
have.
like get going? I mean, I'm sure walking will help you.
He looks at him and he's just like, well, I don't know. I haven't walked in a couple hundred years. I'm feeling ever so loose.
Let's do jumping
He's just
jacks.
like, I haven't done leg day in a really long time. So I'd say, carry me. He looks at me, he's just like, carry me. And he like picks up his like thigh and he just goes, look at these legs. You think this can walk very far? Especially after I just basically woke up because I'm now allowed to move. I can't walk very far. And it's going to be pretty quick here that they're going to realize I'm not singing anymore. So, and he like lifts up his foot and he goes, carry me.
Well, clearly those legs are just completely inadequate. And I pick him up and then I like stand him on his feet and it's like, walk! Leg day starts now!
He's like lifted up like this and then it's like a
Kath is like this.
Oh, he it squeaks a little bit when he sat back down because he is kind of a plush toy. And then he looks back at Kath and he goes, first thought, best thought, and jumps into her arms.
It's like a trust
Spelled
fall.
T-H-O-T.
It's like a trust fall.
He literally jumps into your arms,
Oh,
and he's
fuck.
very light. It's like carrying a plush toy. And then he looks at her. He just goes, "So best friends now, right? Best friends." He's being completely satirical, but Kath probably doesn't know that. He's being super sarcastic. He's like, "So we're best friends now, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool." And he's like,
Shall I sing us a duet as we go along?
because he's just like he's kind of almost acting a little bit drunk right now because he's fucking excited to be free. He's a little bit high on that.
And I swam in wine.
Great,
Yeah.
we've got the terrible duo together. I'll fucking cut bushes or whatever, like
We
on the
should
road to El
form a
Dorado.
You know what you remind me of? And I know you guys haven't heard of him yet because he's only going to happen in a couple more thousand years. But The Rock. He's like, you're probably not going to think that's a compliment because you don't know who the fuck I'm talking about, but you should be complimented.
Hard, strong, soft sometimes. I'll go with it. Anyway, fucking this analogy isn't working. Let's go.
And the moment he is unchained, the music completely goes, alright, and just stops. And there's a bunch of, yo, what the fuck happened to the music, dude? It's just like, shit, did Ollie pass out again? Maybe. Oh, wait, did he do that stupid song that nobody picked? And so we had to do the thing. Alright, yeah, cool, someone go check on him. Splash some water on him. Toby, don't piss on him again. I can't, what can I say, guys? I really like pissing on stuff. I don't know,
pissing
man.
on himself.
Ollie's just... Ollie actually morphs his voice a bit and just goes, yeah, he's cool, guys. And they're just like, Trevor?
Moran?
Oliver, Ollie, keep singing.
He's like,
We dragged you out of here.
okay, so he keeps singing.
Can I sing for him?
Yes. Try. He's actually amused now. He wants to watch you try and sing like him.
Well, no, because I definitely want to see how singing does with Kath.
Okay.
But
Ollie just kind of looks at you guys and goes,
Pump up the jam, pump it. That's the way. I like it.
Ollie starts playing the song and his bottom mouth. It's almost like an acapella thing going on.
Kath is
with all his
watching it
mouths.
like,
Are you both singing together?
oh
He's
fuck.
just like, he kind of raises his hand up and remember his mouth is on this side, not on this side,
Yeah.
and he puts it over her mouth like no, don't even try, and he just goes, let's get it started in here, let's get it started in ha.
Essentially.
Really, what's happening though is that he's in her arms and he's kind of flopped over her like a limp cat, so it's just like his head is upside down, and he's
And
like,
I'm
let's
cutting
get it
bushes like
started
in
in
the road
here.
to El Dorado.
Quick note though, Kath
made that
can
joke
sing,
already.
but only spoken word.
Okay, so rapping. Kath can fucking rap.
No, that's not
Anyway, moving on.
like the way Jeff Goldblum sings.
My days are so busy, it's making me dizzy. There's so much I gotta do. There's lunches and meetings and poetry readings and endless interviews. Gotta pose for a